As Ethan walked through the hallway to the boys' hostel to unpack his belongings, he felt a soft touch on his shoulder. A beautiful girl with an elegant hairstyle stood behind him in the hallway. Her name was Sophia, and she was from one of the wealthiest families in the city. Sophia had always been the center of attention, admired for her beauty and grace. But despite her privileged upbringing, she was kind and approachable. The bell had rung a few minutes ago, signaling the end of the school day. Ethan, a bright-eyed and ambitious student from an average background, gathered his books and headed toward the boarding house. As he walked, he couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at the beauty of the prestigious Harrington Academy. The school, with its towering buildings and lush green grounds, was far different from the regular public school he had attended before. Ethan was eager to make friends and fit in at his new school. He had heard rumors about the secret societies, the hidden tunnels, and the forbidden love affairs that took place within these hallowed walls. As he stepped into the boarding house, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was on the edge of something extraordinary. Ethan was taken aback by Sophia's unexpected touch. He had heard a lot about her on his first day in class, but he had never interacted with someone from such a different social background before. As they talked, they discovered that they shared a love for literature and a passion for learning. Their conversation flowed effortlessly, and before they knew it, hours had passed. As the sun began to set, Sophia realized it was time to go. She promised to visit him again as soon as possible. Ethan was both shocked and happy. He couldn't wait to have another heartfelt conversation with her. Ethan and Sophia's friendship blossomed quickly. They spent countless hours together, exploring the hidden corners of the school grounds, sharing secrets and dreaming of a future together. However, their growing bond became a source of concern for the principal and Sophia's parents. Most parents in the school believed that a friendship between a student from a modest background and one from a wealthy family was inappropriate and could lead to trouble. They frequently reminded the school authorities to watch and caution their students. As the school year progressed, Ethan and Sophia became more and more inseparable. They would sneak out at night to meet under the old tree in the garden. Their secret meetings were filled with stolen kisses, whispered promises, and a sense of forbidden excitement. They knew that if their relationship were discovered, it could have serious consequences for both of them. The secret and forbidden relationship continued until their last year in secondary school. Their bond was admired by their classmates because, even during holidays or school breaks, they would write letters to each other and discuss them. Once school resumed, one Friday afternoon, after a long holiday leading into their final term, Isla, a beautiful student who had a crush on Ethan, decided to report them to the principal. The school's principal was a serious and authoritarian figure. At first, he didn't believe Isla, as Sophia had always been a well-mannered and free-spirited student with no bad reports. But over time, he began to suspect that something was going on between Ethan and Sophia. He had noticed them spending an unusual amount of time together and had heard rumors about their late-night meetings. It wasn't just Isla, other concerned individuals had brought it to his attention. The principal was determined to put an end to their relationship, fearing that it could tarnish the school's reputation if Sophia's father found out. One evening, as Ethan and Sophia were meeting under the tree as usual, they were caught by the principal, who had stayed back to confirm the rumors himself. He was furious and demanded to know what they were doing. Ethan and Sophia tried to explain their friendship, but their words fell on deaf ears. The principal ordered them to stay away from each other and warned them that any further contact would result in serious consequences, especially for Ethan, who was privileged to be at Harrington Academy on a scholarship. Ethan and Sophia were devastated by the principal's decision. They had always known that their friendship was forbidden, and now they feared that their time together was over. They became casual friends and only spoke as regular classmates. It wasn't easy at first, but considering Ethan's scholarship and Sophia's father's strict nature, they decided to cope. Isla tried as much as possible to get close to Ethan, but he only saw her as a regular classmate. At first, she was furious, but realizing that Ethan was no longer with Sophia gave her constant joy. At least, if she couldn't have him, no one else in the school would. However, She didn't know that Ethan and Sophia still had deep conversations, even though they weren't as frequent as before. As the school year drew to an end, they spent their final days together as distant best friends, cherishing every moment. They made a decision to write to each other every day and promised to find a way to be together again someday. On the day of the graduation ceremony, Ethan and Sophia stood side by side, their hearts heavy with sadness as they watched their classmates celebrate their achievements. They couldn't help but feel a sense of loss. They knew that their time at Harrington Academy had come to an end, and that their paths would likely never cross again. As they walked out of the school gates for the last time, Ethan and Sophia turned to each other and exchanged one final, heartbreaking hug. They knew that their love for each other was stronger than any obstacle that could be thrown their way, and so, with heavy hearts, but with a renewed sense of determination, they parted ways, promising never to forget each other. The months after their graduation from Harrington Academy were difficult for both Ethan and Sophia. They missed each other terribly and wrote letters to one another almost every day. Despite the distance, their love for each other remained strong. Ethan continued his studies at the State University, while Sophia moved to a prestigious university in London. They both worked hard to achieve their goals, but their hearts were always with each other. One summer, Sophia invited Ethan to London. He was reluctant at first, but considering how much he had missed her, he decided to take the trip. He kept his plans a secret, hoping to surprise her. When he arrived at the airport, he gave Sophia a call. She was overjoyed, and her eyes widened. In surprise, she couldn't believe that Ethan had actually come to visit her. When she got to the airport, they embraced tightly, their hearts pounding with excitement. They spent the rest of the day resting, planning to explore the city together, revive old memories, and make new ones, which they did throughout his visit. As days turned into weeks, Ethan and Sophia's love for each other grew stronger than ever. They spent their time exploring and making unforgettable memories. They knew their relationship was risky, but they couldn't resist being together. They were willing to face any challenge, especially since Ethan had great potential to become a sought-after medical doctor. When Ethan returned to Nigeria to continue his education, he was determined to excel. He didn't want to give Sophia's parents any reason to dismiss his love for their daughter. He studied hard, built connections with influential minds at the university, and consistently maintained high grades. He also kept in touch with Sophia through letters, calls, and messages, pouring his heart and time into their relationship. A year after Ethan's visit to London, Sophia graduated and returned home. Ethan couldn't attend her graduation because he was writing his second EBUBE examinations. After his exams, they spent a week together, reconnecting and rediscovering their love. Their relationship continued for several months. Sophia wanted Ethan to visit her parents for a formal introduction, but he decided to wait a little longer until after his internship to gain more reputation. They agreed to be careful, avoiding her parents' attention, knowing their influence could uncover the relationship easily. Despite this, their love only grew stronger. They spent their free time together, exploring the city, sharing secrets, and dreaming of a future together. As the years passed, Ethan and Sophia decided to make their relationship official. By then, Ethan was a renowned medical doctor with an attractive salary, and they were ready to settle down. Ethan took Sophia to his family, who welcomed her with open arms. They loved and cherished her, giving their blessing for the next step. That same weekend, Sophia invited Ethan to her home. Even with his confidence and status, Ethan hesitated in front of her house, unsure if her parents would accept him. But he took a deep breath and knocked. To their surprise, Sophia's parents welcomed Ethan warmly. They didn't care about his background or profession. All that mattered to them was that their daughter had found happiness with him. The meeting turned into a joyous and unforgettable moment. Ethan and Sophia were relieved that their love was not just open, but now fully accepted by both families. One day, Harrington Academy invited all its alumni for a scholarship and award celebration. It was a great reunion for former classmates. After the scholarship and award process, celebrations echoed from every corner of the school, Most alumni gathered in specific spots based on their graduation years. Sophia'S set was celebrating and reuniting in the school garden when Ethan saw her turn to speak with someone. Seizing the moment, he knelt down with a ring. Their classmates screamed with excitement. Sophia turned to see what was happening, only to meet the surprise of her life. "This might not be the best place to do this," Ethan began. "But Sophia, this garden holds the sweetest memories of us. I have decided to seal our love right here at Harrington Academy, where it all began. I love you, Sophia. Please, marry me." Sophia was overwhelmed with happiness. Listening to Ethan's heartfelt words, she didn't hesitate before shouting, "Yes, yes, Ethan, I will marry you." Cheers of joy filled the air, making Ethan and Sophia the spotlight of the day. 3 months later, they were married in a grand ceremony. They built a simple, happy life on an island, surrounded by the beauty of nature and their children. Their story became a testament to the power of love and the importance of fighting for what you believe in. They had defied all odds and found a way to be together despite every challenge. And so, their love story lived on, a reminder that true love conquers all. Like and subscribe for more interesting and inspiring stories. Thank you.